Check this out. Imagine this. You're at home, you're chilling, dogs are just sniffing themselves, or they're just sleeping, whatever the case may be. You look out, it's nice and sunny, you're noticing it's a little toasty in here, it's a little toasty. You look at the weather app, bam, springtime. How you feeling? Right around the corner.
Well, you said I'm already home, and I'm. How am I feeling? Like in the moment, like am I going to do something about it, or are you just saying like how are you feeling the fact that spring has hit?
All right, welcome everybody. This is the Touch Face Podcast. I am your host, Barberini. Who you're listening to with a more feminine touch, that is Scabarelli. And we're a little bit excited because it absolutely, just around the corner, is springtime. And it's in the 60s right now. I'm actually kind of hot. That's also why I'm saying it's a little toasty.
It's a false spring, baby.
It's a what?
It's a false spring.
Yeah, but the word spring is still in there nonetheless.
Or is it a false winter? No, it's a false spring. Yeah.
No, it can't be a false winter if winter's over.
Yeah.
I don't care what the calendar says, winter's over.
I don't get my hopes up.
Oh, no, not with this weather.
Chicago gives you this, and then it takes it away.
Midwest weather is a bitch and a half.
Yeah.
Right? And there was always that, it's not a meme, it's a photo, and they show us like a circle. It's just like winter, and then fall, spring, and then the first spring, and then this at the other. This is definitely a fall spring.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a fall spring. And comes with that, different designs and different colors, and something you want to get off your chest?
Well, I will say though, I won't be a total negative Nancy, but I will say the fact that we're past the midpoint of March, and then usually the winter doesn't go past mid to late March, so it's only like February. Sorry, we're past mid February, and winter never goes past late March, so that means I only got a little bit, like a month and a half, like 5 weeks of quote unquote winter.
So 5 weeks left from now, you're saying?
Yeah. So actually, that 5 weeks isn't bad at all.
No, not bad at all compared to like normally it's like 7 months of winter. So we're like 5 weeks left.
Yeah, 5 weeks left.
And how many is that? That's like 3 months total. I don't know how to do my math. I don't know how to do decimals or fractions or whatnot. But you know what? I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. So that feels good. That feels good.
And this was a very good week. Well, should we start with the negatives?
Let's take out the negatives so we can. I always love to end on a positive. I don't like to end bad. It's like they always say, don't go to bed angry.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of the same thing now. Let's not end this on a nasty note.
That's true.
All right. So
see, this is why you balance me out. I feel like I'm the negative Nancy in the relationship. Like I'm always the one that has to see the negative side. But then you always, find a way to brighten me.
Well, on our first date, I was like, if you had to rate your negative Nancy-ness, like, where would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to extremely angry?
That's what you asked me?
Yeah, on the very first day. You're like, hi, what's your name? Like, hi, I'm Vince. Hi, what's your negative Nancy level? I know.
So you knew you wanted a negative Nancy because you knew that you would be the positive light to her.
Because I'm such a saint. And I'm God's right-hand man. God loves me. What up, big dog? No. It just comes naturally for you. Just naturally negative Nancy. But go ahead. What's your negative Nancy?
My negatives for this week are, 1, I put press-on nails, and within the hour 2 fell. Put glue back on, and then the next day 2 fell again. And surprisingly enough, the middle fingers were the first ones to go. Is that the finger I use the most?
That's an omen. Now the question is that a good or bad omen?
Yeah, see, I don't know.
And who decided the middle finger was a bad finger?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe it's a good omen. So when it's something bad and something like that happens, it's a good omen. But with something good and something happens, it's a bad omen.
Yeah.
So it's a good omen.
Well, I think that I need to tell more people to fuck off is basically what I'm getting at.
Well, now with your nails off, it's more like fudge off.
Yeah.
your middle fingers are naked. It's not a fuck no more. It's a fudge.
But yeah, no. So anyway, so then they slowly started falling off. I fixed my pants. Well, I lost a thumb, so then I just slowly took them off. But anyway, if anyone wants to sponsor me for nails that you think would actually stay on give me 2 weeks of nails. Like, come on.
Yeah, right. Like, at least make it last. Like, have the product last better.
And also, the other thing with nails is that I don't like long nails. 1, I don't understand how you wipe your butt.
So stupid.
I don't get how the wiping of the butts work with the long ass nails.
Yeah.
So I like short nails. Short squoval, short square, short almond. I can handle short almond is the most length I can handle. But
almond.
Yeah, it's an almond shape.
Okay.
Because it kind of looks like an almond. But anyway, I didn't come up with a name. They did. Okay.
Okay.
They did.
Some almond farmers are like, you know what this looks like? A nail.
But anyway, I don't. And then you gotta find cute nails that are short because the prettier ones are all long ones, and I don't do long.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I understand. I understand. And just a quick side note, we decided to go with a little bit of a new audio setup. So let us know what you think. New microphones. I like it. I kind of wanted to go handheld. I got to get you a microphone stand, but I kind of wanted to feel cool, kind of like 60s, right? Dean Martin. You just got
yeah.
just like a cup, like Frank Sinatra.
Hmm.
Um, like Frank Sinatra, just like a glass of whiskey. He loved the Jack Daniels, I heard.
Did he?
He did.
Frank
So we're just
Sinatra.
The
Well, I'm
Frank
sure at one
Sinatra.
point he was over Jack Daniels. He probably used something a little fancy.
Listen, you drink whiskey, you drink vodka, you just drink it. It's
Yeah.
not you. I mean, I guess once you get to a certain point, you want to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess back then in the '60s, was the good stuff was Jack Daniels and
Yeah.
whatnot. So that's what I like. So
But yeah,
yeah,
that was my down for the week.
for this
And then I
past
can
week.
share. There's a couple of positives from this week.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Because I mean, as much as I'd love to join you in this negative Nancy stuff, I don't know. You in my life, there is no negativity. That's how you do
Well,
it, boys. That's how
we'll
you
touch
do it.
on later on Valentine's Day together, so I won't touch on Valentine's Day.
You don't want to touch? Okay.
Not yet. But some positives
Mm.
is I got to sell some of my scrap gold.
Yes, yes. And I
Uh,
heard you got a couple pretty pennies for it.
it did, and yeah, and I bought myself some nice earrings. That was my own little Valentine's Day gift for myself.
Yes.
Um, so that was nice. Got to spend the day with my mom, and that went really well, actually. So
Yes.
I'm gonna high five myself right here because the fact that it went well and we were together for more than an hour is good news.
That you know what? Hey, listen. Sometimes as wonderful as your mother could be, hey, listen. It's a little bit of something for
Sometimes
everybody.
we're just not in the right mental space, her and I, to be together.
And you know what? In today's
That's
age,
the
people
nice.
understand.
That's the nicest way to put it.
That
But
is the nicest way to put it.
yeah, so that was nice. We got to eat at La Catedral, which bomb chilaquiles. If you guys are from Chicago,
A staple.
if you come, it's a staple. Yeah, it really is a staple. It started in Little Village, the first location, and he's added 3 other locations now: Brighton Park, North Lawndale, and downtown, like Millennium Parkish area. But very good chilaquiles, a la diabla and green. I did the one where you could get 2 flavors.
Oh, they let
With
you do
some,
two flavors?
they do, but you only get to choose 2 out of the 4 flavors. You don't get to choose from all the flavors. So you
What?
get, yeah, so you get to choose like a la diablo, which is a super spicy one.
Hmm.
You get to choose red or green, which is their normal ones.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what the other option was, but or ranchera sauce. And I did green because I love green salsa, and I did diabla because that's my favorite of theirs because it's so spicy and so good. And I try to recreate it, I just can't do it. Yeah.
It's you know what's funny too is like someone like you too, who's obviously very expertised,
Mm-hmm.
very knowledgeable. What's the? There's a word I'm looking sometimes. But you're very knowledgeable in the kitchen, so I feel like someone like you can go to a restaurant and be like, "Oh, okay, I think I know how they do it."
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
I can't. No.
And my mom's the same way with the totonilco, like salsa they have.
Yeah,
She's like, "Man, I tried and I tried and I just can't
I
get that
just
damn
can't.
thing down.
Yeah, no,
It's not easy. It's
no, it's
not easy."
not. But yeah,
Man, I think I would love to eat out a lot more too if it wasn't so damn expensive. You know what
I
I mean? All
know.
this food out there we could definitely be trying right now, and
I
just
know.
it's budget season, especially after the holidays that just
Yep.
passed up.
Yep. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
just talking. We just did the math because today we went to go get our taxes done,
another negative Nancy.
and we went
Negative
to
Nancy, no.
we were like we like to make a day out of it.
Oh, absolutely,
So we
because
went.
it's yeah.
Yeah, we went to a Totonilco. We had a very yummy lunch.
Ooh.
Very yummy lunch. And but usually when we go to Totonilco, not only do we overindulge, but then we get stuff to take home. And this time we were like, we knew we weren't going to do that. But
Yeah.
then also it doesn't taste as good the next day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't do that, and I just did the math of our budget, quote unquote, our monthly budget of going out, and
Right.
we're already over like $30. So
And it's only halfway through the month.
yeah, so
Well, I would say a little bit more than halfway since February is a short month, so that's kind of working in our favor.
yeah,
We was 2 days.
that's true. But we're right on budget. Actually, a little better that we're actually under budget by a couple bucks for the groceries that's happening every week. So that's good.
That
Yeah.
is definitely very good.
And because we have to, our plan was that we need to go through stuff in our freezer. We have fresh made pastas. We have proteins in there. We got a ton of stuff that we can definitely eat. But yeah, we're doing good with our grocery budget, so that feels good.
And I mean, that freezer is absolutely filled anyway. So
Right,
it's.
exactly.
I'm
But
not saying I've been trying to get you to empty it. So
now you can actually see through the top of the shelf. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So that's progress, okay?
yeah.
That's
I, I
progress.
I saw a dead body back there. It's been stuffed in there for quite a
Wait, are we
while.
switching roles to see who's the negative Nancy in this
Oh, I'm
situation?
sorry, I forgot about that. I should mention I got to a fight.
No, but you told me about your week. So I mean, that was pretty much my week as summary. But we didn't touch Valentine's Day yet. But
We
we
have
can
not
touch
touched
on that.
Valentine's Day yet. That's coming up in just a moment. Our sponsor coming. No, we'll come back to the short break. No, my week has been good. Honestly, the only downfall about my week is just work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fine. Like when the jobs go through, it's through, and then you got to deal with a customer here and there. And anybody in the customer service industry would know
Knows. Yeah.
it's crap. It's
Yeah.
absolute crap. But other than that, my only issue is just I want it to be. If it were up to me, every day would be like in the low to mid 50s while I'm working. While
Oh,
I'm
okay.
working, just because
Yeah.
the amount of stuff I do got to carry. I got to lift a little heavy for most, if not all, my jobs. So having a cooler weather, because
Yeah.
regardless, it could be like 30 degrees. If I'm wearing like a beanie, like a
Mm-hmm.
skull cap, I will start sweating the moment I
Mm,
actually start working and stuff. And it's
okay.
just like, what the hell? Like it's cold as
Yeah.
hell, and now I got to take my beanie off, and
Right.
it's freezing out, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So my
See,
beanie's all sweaty.
my ideal temperature is a really big range, which I know is going to annoy people, but I would say 50 to 85. I'm happy.
That's awful. That's an awful range. I'm sorry. That is, ladies and gentlemen, please comment below. What's your range for temperature? 50 to
50 to
83?
85.
50 to
50
85.
to 85, I'm happy. Yeah.
But I understand because like the 50s, 80s too high. My ideal temperature is 60 to 70. That's my range.
Well, yeah, that's like perfect weather.
That's
Yeah.
chill weather.
Yeah.
Um, you never need a sweater. Well, maybe at night you'll need
Uh-huh.
like a light sweater if it's in the low 60s,
Yeah.
50s. But no, 50 to
Yeah.
85?
Well, so on Thursday, oh, that was another high of my week. I went to go get a pedicure done, and I have to wear flip flops. And so I wore flip flops, and I thought I usually my feet are always cold, so I was like really worried about my footsies, my toesies. And it was 50 that day, and
Mhm.
like it was perfect. Like I wasn't hot, I wasn't cold, like my feet were fine.
It's just, and you know what? We're both known for having very sweaty feet.
Yeah, I
Like
do have very sweaty feet.
I'm wearing sandals right now as
Yeah.
we're sitting here, and my bottom of my feet are starting to
Well,
sweat.
that's why I didn't put them on when we got home
Am
because
I
I
a
was like, my
camel?
feet
What's
feel
going
hot.
on? Wait, which animal sweats? I guess just humans.
No, well, camels sweat
And certain animals sweat in a certain way so that they can.
well, and like dogs don't sweat; they drool. That's how their
That's how
sweat
they.
comes out.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
I know
B
that.
Rye, if you're listening, if you can help us out with that, let us know how that works. Our boy B Rye. Shout out to Brian. He knows how those. I feel like he would know how that works. He's a smart guy.
This is the second time you're giving Brian a shout out. It's gonna
And
get to
back to
it's
back.
gonna get to his head. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
he thinks he's a celebrity. All right, let me cut this guy down a size. This guy. Have you seen his bifocals? Oh my god. The mole on his face is something. No, just kidding.
um,
We love you, guy. Yeah, we
yeah, we
tolerate
do.
you.
We do. He introduced us, so we definitely
Should we?
gotta
You want to
give
tell
him some
that story
credit.
real quick? And how we introduced? I don't think have
So
we even told anybody
I
how you
don't.
and I met.
Well, I mean, we've told your family.
Yeah, we met on JewishMingle.com.
Yeah. No. Where's
FarmersMarket.com.
the one where you look for sugar daddies?
It might be
Yeah,
like SugarBaby.com or
yeah,
some
something like
BS.
that.
I love that you went that route.
Yeah.
Let's make it weird.
No, I started. I was like, I'm gonna be on the dating apps. Like, I was like, I've hit 30 or I'm about to hit 30, and like
Hmm.
this obviously what I do hasn't worked. So let me uh go on the dating apps, and I went on a couple dates, and I was like, well, yeah, it just wasn't gonna work out. Like I could just feel it. Like it was just like not gonna work out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my friend Claire was like, well, like she had just gotten. Well, I know they haven't even gotten engaged yet, but they were dating. They were serious, and I kept asking, like my guy friend. Basically, my guy friends are married to my girlfriends.
Yeah, so you're
So
basically the girlfriends you had. You asked their guys to help you find
yes, so
someone
I was
if
like,
they had a
"Do
friend.
you guys have a friend? Like, I would love to meet somebody who knows somebody. I feel like at
Hmm.
least there's some sort of connection there."
Yeah.
And then they were like, "No, I don't know anybody." And
Or
then I
they're
was
probably
just
like,
like,
I know a guy, but he likes to go to jail a lot.
yeah, he lives in his mom's basement and
He
like
has his
stuff like
eyes
that.
pierced or
Exactly.
something.
So like they were like, not guys for you. And I was like, okay, fine. Well, if you guys think of any, and I had literally like, I was like, man, online dating thing sucks. It's a little scary. It's creepy. Like you don't know who you're gonna bump into, right? You know, there's murder stories out there. And and then one day B Rye just texts and he's like, I have a guy.
You could have just said his name. I love you.
Well, we don't want to use his real name. Maybe he
Well, I actually already said
B
his
Rye
name.
his alias.
I already said his name, so
Oh,
we don't have to use his last name. But
Okay.
his name is Gustavo. His name is Brian.
But yeah, he just texted me randomly and he's just like, I know a guy. He's Mexican. He's funny.
And he's
He's my
6'3".
boss. He didn't talk about your height, but
Okay,
he
good.
agreed.
Just smart man.
He was like, he's funny. He's Mexican, and I was like, give him my number.
And he's my boss,
And
which
he's
is
my
weird.
boss. Yeah,
Which is funny. Like technically that's true, but in that time, like I never felt.
you
like
never
that.
felt like
I
that.
never
Yeah,
felt
no.
like. I think my biggest thing is I shouldn't have made friends with him. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I
Yeah.
love that I made friends with Brian. Like he's a great guy, and Lonzo and Jeff and all those guys that were working the cameras and whatnot. Like they were all cool, but like I should have been more. I should have been more boss than more friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean?
for sure.
But yeah, he told me too. Yeah, from my end, he's just like we were talking about the work schedule, and then out
Hmm
of nowhere, he's like, "Hey, are you single?" And I was like, "Hey, do you want to keep your job?" 'Cause, no thanks. I was just like, "Hey, this is really important. There's an important basketball game coming up. How dare you?" No, I was just like, yeah, I saw it. I think I was at home. I was just like, "Yeah, that's a little weird." But yeah, I'm single. He's like, "Oh, okay," because I know this girl. She's funny. She's Mexican, and she loves to cook. I was like, "All right, well, you hit the trifecta." She's a woman. Okay, that's a good start. He keeps setting me up with guys. I don't know why. No, just kidding. And so, yeah, so one day we were working, and then he was nice enough to. I didn't have a car at the time. Well, actually, I didn't get a car until I met you.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was gonna take the bus. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm actually going that way, so let me give you a ride home." And it was kind of late that
hmm
night too, because we were kind of taking care of some stuff after the game. I was in broadcasting, by the way, kind of collegiate broadcasting. That
Yeah.
was my job, and yeah, he drove me home, and we were kind of just talking about it. And then right before I got out of the car, I was like, "Hey, man, let me get her number." And then, oh, but I did ask for a photo. I said, "Let me make sure this girl's real. It's not some AI robot." I knew about AI before it happened.
So this was in the car ride? You're like, tell
Uh,
me more about me?
he showed me the photo at work,
Okay.
and then I was just like, "Oh man, she's pretty."
Yeah.
And then we were kind of just working, whatever. I get home to my apartment, and I was just like, "Yeah, let me get her number." And then I want to. Did I text you? I may have texted you the next day. I can't remember, but obviously I texted you soon enough, and I was, Rico Suave with my text. I don't want to brag. And he was like, "Hey, this guy I know says he knows you. Is that true? Are you a real person?"
Yeah.
But no, I introduced myself, and you were just like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah.
how is ya?" And
I thought that texting was easy.
texting was definitely easy. I would have fumbled and bumbled if I had to call you. I don't think if this was the '90s and doing that rotary phone.
You start with the phone. Yeah. But even like once we decided to go like phone conversation, I think I was the one who was like, I'm gonna call him today. Like I just want because I wanted to hear like what your voice sounded like. Like
Imagine you call me. You're like, "Oh, hey, hi, this is Michelle." Hey, hi, how you doing? It's so nice to see you. It's nice to finally hear your voice, Michelle. What's
yeah,
funny is that every time I make fun of you or like I joke around with you, that's the voice I give you.
that is the voice. Yeah, you say that I sound like Marge's sisters. Yeah.
Hey, Homer.
But yeah, I mean, your voice sounded deep enough, manly enough, and then
Oh,
we were
thank God.
laughing. We kept laughing.
There was a
like,
lot of chuckles, so that
Yeah.
says much. You thought my voice was manly?
yeah.
Wow.
I think you got a
My
good
mother
manly
doesn't think my voice is manly. It's just like, I thought you were gonna be like, "Oh, were you the lead role in the Chippendales movie?" The Chipmunk, not Chippendales. That's a strip club.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I meant to say Chipmunks.
chipmunks.
All right, I
Yeah.
just confessed something about myself. Chippendales. No, I worked there before. It's no. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
Y-
that was how we met,
Now,
basically.
do you remember the conversation we had on the phone?
No, I actually don't.
I do.
You do remember? I
Not
do
the whole
not
thing.
remember.
Not the whole thing.
Okay.
But there was at one point we were talking about like living in the city or like living in a rural for whatever reason, like some living somewhere rural,
Okay.
RURAL, rural, where the neighbors are like a mile down, as opposed to living in the city where the neighbors are next door. And we were
Yeah.
just kind of like, where would you? I was just like, where would you think would be a better place? And you're like, oh, this is it. I was like, you know what? I would prefer just having like a neighbor a mile away. Just and you're like, oh, but aren't you afraid of like being murdered in the middle of nowhere? I go, well, we're in the city of Chicago, so I might die before this phone call in. I might get stabbed if I go outside now. We were just kind of talking about that, and you chuckled a little bit.
Yeah, I
You were
don't remember
cooking.
that.
You were cooking, and you remember what you made for me when I first came over.
Yeah, I do. I made gorditas.
Oh,
That's my signature. It's my favorite dish, so of course I wanted to make that.
it is your favorite dish, and it was phenomenal. I mean, because he told me that you could cook. Obviously, you're Mexican, you can cook, so I
Yeah.
100% believe it. And then I came over, and I got so nervous coming over because I fucked it up so bad. I never taken the metro before,
Yeah.
so I took the metro and I got on the wrong train, and
Oh,
it dropped me off
jeez.
somewhere, and
Did I have to go pick you up?
you had to go pick me up
Do you
at the.
remember where you got off?
No, I got off the wrong spot, and then so I got off the train, and I was waiting for the other one. But the messed up part was you had something like in a slow cooker. So you had to go pick
Oh.
me up while that was cooking, and you're like, "I left the slow cooker on." Ah,
I do remember
you
that
put
part.
that. You
Yeah.
put. I was just like, and I'm sitting in the car. I'm so angry. Like I'm so angry. Obviously not at you,
Yeah.
but I'm just so angry with myself. It's just like, what the hell? Like, why would I do that? I'm gonna screw it up. I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. I got you a bottle of wine, and I remember,
I do remember this one.
and I remember stumbling over my words like a dodo bird. I
Yeah.
came in, I was just like, "Hey, I get this wine. Thanks for inviting me." Like I did that, and you stared at me for an awkward amount of time because I kept stumbling,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, "Oh God, please don't do this to me." But the gorditas were phenomenal, and obviously I had to cut it short because I had to grab the last train before
Right.
the last thing I'm gonna make this girl I just met is drive me all the way home into the
Yeah.
city.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it was early on. We hadn't said that we were boyfriend girlfriend yet.
Not even close.
No.
No, no.
And I invited you to the house, which a lot of people are like, could be like thinking that I was going to have you sleep over and all that stuff. But I knew that I wasn't going to have you sleep over. I knew I just
And luckily for you, I
wasn't
too
ready
have
for
standards and
that.
morals. So like I'm not the no, I wasn't gonna force you to do anything. I wasn't planning on doing anything. This was
Yeah.
literally just us having dinner, getting to know each other more, and then
Yeah.
moving on. And hopefully it goes well, so we can see
Right.
each other again.
But yeah, my process of inviting you was because I was like, is he ready to date somebody in the burbs? So I wanted you to know that I lived in the burbs.
At that time too, I had a sort of a stink eye for the suburbs.
Yeah.
Just growing up, it's just like, it's just for bougie ass
Yeah.
people.
And now we're driving in the city. You're like, oh, the city.
I hate
People
the
lose their
city.
chromosomes when they.
Oh, that's why I did say that today.
Well, there were some interesting people we drove past today. So
It's just a lot of ding dongs. It's like
yeah,
at one point we were driving to go eat before we went to get our taxes done, and then there's just like a group of 6, 7 people. Two of them look homeless, and the rest look like they were in the maybe 8th grade, 9th grade.
yeah, and they're all just
And they're all
getting
just
wasted.
drinking.
They all have like bottles of tequila
They're all
and
just
vodka
dancing.
and dancing with a boombox. I don't know,
Just you fucking
or a speaker.
useless
We don't use
sea
boomboxes
urchins.
anymore. No, but yeah, no, I wanted you to know that I lived in the burbs, so I wanted you what you were getting into, and obviously I owned the condo, so like
Yeah.
it wasn't like I'm just gonna like if I was renting, it's a different story, like more easy flexibility of what to do, but I own it, so we're staying like I'm staying here for a while, and
Mhm.
then I wanted you to meet my baby girl dog baby,
Oh.
because dogs can have really good sense of people,
And
and
tell
I
the people
wanted
what
her to
happened
smell you.
when the dog first sniffed me. What happened?
She really liked you. She was a little guarded in a way, like
Of
where
course.
like she sat between us.
Mhm.
Well, she still does that now,
Well, I mean, she's doing it right now.
but she sat between us. But she didn't growl at you. She didn't like. Yeah, you could tell she trusted you right away.
Yeah. Yeah, she knew my intentions.
So yeah,
Dogs can sniff out an intention from a mile away, and trust me, my intentions were absolutely pure. Um, and was this the first time you and I were actually? Because we had gone on a couple dates at that time, no?
yeah. I think that you coming to my place was our like third or fourth date.
Yeah, the second date we had was kind of rough,
Yeah, the
right?
second
So
date was rough.
it
Yeah,
happened after that.
it happened after that. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about how I asked my family like what I should do when I first came over?
No, well, no. I think I remember your girl cousin saying like, bring a bottle of wine, or they're
So
trying to give you advice or whatever.
it was um I want to say I was probably I had 2 jobs at the time. I was doing broadcasting and jewelry, I believe. At that time, I'm saying. Yeah, and we went out somewhere for something, and so we all started walking back to our cars and whatnot. And I was just like, "Hey, let me ask you guys something." So I got a date set up with this. I said woman because we're in our late 20s, early 30s, so saying girl just feels weird at this point. I have a date with a girl. She's of age. Yeah, she's of age. But I was like, yeah. So she invited me over for gorditas, and I don't know. What do you think I should? They're all like, which I got a little bit because like the reaction was more like, oh, there's a girl who's interested in you.
Oh,
That's how. Obviously, that's not how they
yeah,
intended.
yeah, yeah,
Intense impact. We know
yeah.
the drill.
Intense impact. Yep.
But I was just like, hey, what do you think I should do this deal? They're like, oh, well, definitely get a bottle of wine. So I went to I went to the most expensive store I can find. I went to
Churrasco.
Jewel. And I went to the wine section that's right next to their toothpaste section.
That's how you know it's classy.
And listen, class and shiny teeth. Yeah, and I'm looking, and I'm just, what kind of bottle is she? Even a wine person? Do I go red? Do I go white? Like, I should have called my friend.
I think I remember you texting me because I think you brought Moscato because I think I was really into Moscato at that point. So I think I was like, I like Moscato.
Man, if that's the case, then I kind of failed on that part.
Why?
I'm not saying I should have just guessed, but it's just like I can't ask the person I'm giving this to.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
kind of
guess
like saying, "Hey, what do you
yeah,
want for your
because I kind
birthday?"
of remember that,
Right?
but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I feel like I kind of botched that a little bit.
Mm.
But no, I think that night it turned out great. We
Yeah,
were
no,
both.
that night was really good. Like I said, yeah, I mean, baby and my dog, had a conversation afterward, and she's like,
Ooh,
we like him, we tolerate him, mom. And
yeah,
she's like, yeah, keep seeing the guy.
yeah, and then so fellas, let me tell you something. One of the mistakes I made too, going back to that second date, like a ding dong, like an absolute dummy. I completely forgot where you told me you had lived.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, man, I gotta the spot that I pick. I gotta make sure it's basically between us so that we can meet in the middle. So
Mm.
my dumbass is just like, hey, let's go downtown. When you're like, it's if you go from south to north, it's you, and then it's me, and then it's downtown.
Yeah.
And that day, that night, I had worked. I came home and it was raining, like it was a
It was
rainstorm,
pouring.
and my apartment started flooding.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, I'm looking up at the drippings. I'm going, I need to leave in like 30 minutes. And I'm thinking, so I'm looking at the clock. I go, I can't cancel now because she's probably on her way
Right.
there. So I'm just like, I was like, what the hell do I do? So no, this is serious. I grabbed a whole bunch of paper towels, and the water was coming basically from the door frame.
Yeah.
So you remember when you walk into my place, it's basically a porch,
Yep.
the tiniest little hallway with some
Mhm.
closets in between, and
Yeah.
then the kitchen.
Yeah.
So the first door frame that you get past the porch, that's dripping water. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I grabbed a bunch of paper towels and I just started stuffing them in the cracks of the door frame.
Oh.
And I had like those mop buckets.
Yeah.
I just put it under. I got myself ready and I ran out that door to
Yeah.
take that bus. Because that was also my joke during our vows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I took that bus, and yeah, and obviously I didn't want to mention it to you because that's the last thing you want to worry about. And
Yeah.
I texted him. I called my landlord. I left a message. Hey, just so you know, the place is flooding. I'm doing this just so that it doesn't flood too crazy. Yada yada yada. And let's be honest, that night was a little rough, just because we were kind of both
The second,
dealing
the
with.
second day was you were dealing with the flooding, which I did not know about. It wasn't until way later that I found that out. And then I was dealing with, I got in a huge argument with my mom that totally like put me in a really funky mood. And traffic was horrible because of the rain. Like I couldn't see because it was, at that point, it was when it gets dark early.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pitch black and then
And
pouring
I
rain. So
made
the
you-
wipers are going like crazy. And I'm like, I can't fucking see when I'm driving down this road. And my mood was just like
And I
way
made
off.
you go downtown. That was the worst of it too, because like from here, obviously now I live here in
Yeah.
the suburbs. That drive to downtown is what, minimum 40 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So So I got home that night and I was just like, there's no way she wants to see me. Like that did
And
not
see, and
feel
I
good.
was like, I felt like I was a bitch. Like I felt like I was quiet. I felt like I wasn't initiating conversation. Like I felt like I got home and I was telling my work friends, I was just like, he's not gonna, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't call me. Like I felt like I was off, like I was being bitchy. Like
And I think I kind of there's a kind of a rule for guys, a guy code is just like you wait to text like 3 days. There's like a 3-day grace period. Like you
Mhm.
wait. So it's like I waited like 2 or 3 days to text you. back to say, hey,
Yeah.
this is great, whatever. So I'm sure at that time you were just like, yeah, this guy hates me. He doesn't want to speak to me. He
Well,
hasn't
yeah,
reached out.
I was like that, and I remember I went out for wine. It was like a Wednesday, and I went out for wine, and I'm telling them the story, and they're like, "Well, Michelle, like, it's only been 2 days, like, you don't know, maybe it's fine." And then we're sitting there, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's texting! Oh my God, he's texting!" And then after that, I had a couple glasses of wine, so I had a good buzz going, and I remember leaving our little wine tasting, and I called you.
I remember that.
Because I didn't want to respond. I think I didn't want to respond right away. And then I called you, and that's when I told you I was like, I was in a horrible mood. I was like, you're not gonna call me back because I felt like I was being a bitch. And
I
then I
felt
think
dumb, yeah.
maybe that's when you told me about the flooding. Then
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, my
maybe.
apartment was flooding, and I was just, or maybe you were just like, oh, I was cool, I was fine, everything was good. Yeah, no, I did notice that you were being a bitch.
No, but no way I would actually say that. It's just like, yeah, you gave me the ick. No. I didn't mention. I was just like, yeah, no, I thought the day was fine. Like, obviously, the conversation kind of started because it was just because you did tell me that night
Yeah,
that about what happened. You and your mother getting into it. So
yeah.
I was like, no, I thought it was great. Like, obviously, like that's not what I want you to go through, and
Hmm.
I just felt dumb, and yeah, I just. But my favorite date is when we went to the beercade, headquarters,
Yeah, which
and
is.
you gave me every signal to say you were interested. And I'm not saying I ignored every single signal, but I
I
kind
was
of
like, man, this guy is square. Does he not see that I'm touching his bicep multiple times by the
honky dong.
Donkey Kong video game?
Ladies and gentlemen, I swear, headquarters is an arcade place. It's not some weird pornography store. Honky dong.
Yeah,
No, but lucky for you, I woke up that morning and I was just like, dude, if you do not, because at that point that was probably like our fifth or sixth
that
date,
was
or
date 6. I remember.
oh Jesus.
I was keeping count.
Listen, I looked in that mirror when I woke up that morning. I was like, dude, if you do not ask her, this is probably the last time you'll see her. If she's
Mhm.
gonna lose interest. You gotta ask her to be your girlfriend. The
Yeah,
worst case scenario, she says no. You walk out of that place with your
yeah,
tail between your legs. Remember, I told you I had a tail.
yeah.
No, but yeah.
But you waited till the very end. Like I'm about to jump in my car, and you're like, I got a question to ask you.
I, man, I'm trying to figure out why I didn't just ask you like to start the date.
Yeah, I don't
It would have
know.
been better.
Yeah,
Because then you and I would have been like kissing at the bar, and we would have had games as a
yeah.
couple, and
And the other thing, which I was like really glad that you asked me to be your girlfriend, but because I wasn't expecting that, I was more so like, when is he gonna kiss me? When is he gonna kiss me?
mm,
And then that happened afterward, and you asked for permission, which I thought was very gentlemanlike.
yeah, yeah.
But it was a very wet kiss, a very wet kiss.
Let's get for the record, ladies and gentlemen.
So I was a little
Right,
excited.
right before I kissed her, she spit her gum out. She spit her gum out. So that moisture came from you too, by the way. That was 51-49. Okay, 51 you. But no, but listen, it worked out perfectly. We're here now. We're married, and this is a smooth transition to this past weekend, which was Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Like you
we
and
were
I
just
still.
talking about how we feel like we have a very happy marriage.
It's perfect in my opinion.
I think so too.
It just you couldn't ask for something better too, because we share the same energy. Like we're both
Mhm.
introverts. We always talk about that. We love staying in. We just love hanging out with each other. Obviously, our friends are awesome, and we always have a great time with our friends. But there's just something different about our hangouts together too. Like
Yeah,
yesterday, we just had a chill session. We were watching shows. We watched the movie. We started
yeah,
playing video games.
yep.
Remember how you got stomped out? And I mean, I let you win in some Mortal Kombat games, but it's
You
just
could
like,
say you could take Mario Kart, but Mortal Kombat was 50-50. Come on.
mm. Was it though?
Yeah, it was
It
50
was. It
50.
was.
Yeah.
It annoys me. There are some characters just like I should beat you with them, and then I get my ass stomped out
Yeah,
with them.
no.
But we asked y'all last week, how was your Valentine's? Like, what you guys had planned? So our plans was we were gonna sit down. You made
Yeah.
some enchiladas that you were trying to make similar to my grandma's style,
Right.
and then we were painting. You want to talk about the painting?
Well, so I'll start off with enchiladas. We realized that I added too many sesame seeds and I needed to add more water because the sauce was a little too thick.
Hmm.
But when you first tasted it, because I was like, put your finger in it and taste it, and you were like, that's not even close, babe. And then, but obviously, like, you were like, it's still good or whatever.
Mhm.
And then I make, like, I actually do enchiladas. Like, I fry the tortilla, put the sauce, put the cheese, and you were like, wait, hold on.
That first
This
bite,
might be a little closer than I thought.
here's the thing. I know you're not gonna believe me when I say this, but I took that first bite and my eyes crossed a little bit.
Really?
I was just like, I bit. I'm just like, wait, did I say this doesn't taste like it? Wait a minute. And then you saw me take like another big ass like
Yeah.
spoonful, forkful, and I'm just chewing, and you're just like, no, it's not. Stop it, stop it.
Yeah.
I was just
I was
like,
like, you're just saying it
and I was
now.
like, no, 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 there's something here. Like, yeah, with the cheese and the melted cheese and stuff, I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So you were very close. You
But
were
you
very
get close.
close.
You said it was like closeness wise. What you said, 6 out of 10,
Yeah,
which isn't bad.
I said 6 or 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
6.
But you said taste wise, you were like they're good enchiladas. Like that's an
Yeah,
8.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
an 8 out of 10.
I did, like a little sweet for me, but they were very good.
Yeah.
I chowed down. I chowed down on that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But yeah, the art. So
yeah.
so I really wanted to do art. I had bought this lion and this lioness. They have a crown. It's the outline, so all you have to do is paint it. They came with paint. It came with a little palette thing, so you could mix colors if you wanted to. And the whole time I'm like not paying attention to what you're doing because I'm just like really into my thing and actually with the outline I was like this is a lot. I just kept being like this is a lot harder than I thought. And you were like yeah it is
Mhm.
because you want to stay inside the lines and you're like do you use the really you got to pull out the really thin brush and the thicker brush anyway. And then it gets to the point where we're close to the end and I take a look at his and I look away and I'm in shock but I look away. He doesn't see me. And all of a sudden, I start laughing, and you're like, "What are you laughing at?" And it hits me.
It's just,
It
just
just
like
hit me. I could not breathe for 5 minutes because I was
we're
laughing
laughing at
so
me.
hard.
I want to let the record show she laughed at me for 5
I
minutes.
feel horrible, but I literally cannot control how much that made me laugh to see your painting, and I'm so sorry.
And like, are you?
That is hilarious.
No, like it was like it started being it was funny, and then after like 30 seconds, I was like, man, I'm getting very insecure. Wow. And then another minute goes by. I was like, yeah, this like she's having a good time. I love her watching her laugh. It's so great. And then after a minute and a half, I go, I don't think she loves me anymore. Like, she's laughing a lot. And then after 2 minutes, I'm like, should I just jump off the balcony right there? Because like, and then after the third minute, I go, okay, you're being. After the fourth, no, just right? And you're just like, oh, it's so cute. It's cute. It's cute.
I literally couldn't breathe.
I got a little
was
defensive
laughing
too
so
because
hard.
we were all done and whatnot. We were watching this competition. All right, I don't know what it is with me and like these Asian competition
I
shows.
know
I
you
can't get
do.
enough.
Yeah, now
There's
we're
a
watching a culinary one.
it's called Culinary Class Wars, which part of me likes that because I did actually almost get into Le Cordon Bleu. Remember Le Cordon Bleu?
Oh, I do remember the Cordon
Yeah,
Bleu.
I actually went to visit the school and I took a tour and I was asking questions. I was like, maybe this is what I want to do. Keep in mind that time I had an apartment and I was making fucking bologna sandwiches and like pork meat with cheese on it or some bullshit. A
Yes.
pastor. And
So you wanted to like
I was
get a
like,
little.
just kind of spruce up my talents, you know.
Yeah.
And then I saw the price. I was like, yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that money, and I don't think the government loves me enough to lend me that money.
Yeah.
Um. I lost my train of thought, but yeah, no.
I was laughing at you. And
You were laughing at me, and I realize I'm very creative with my words. I'm very good at wordplay. I like making good jokes. I think you like me for my comedy sometimes.
yeah.
But coloring, drawing. How many times have I drawn for you?
Yeah,
Like
you have.
send a special message.
It's like they're like little cute stick people. Yeah.
I did that once too because we went to a hockey game. What were we celebrating?
It was
it
my
our
birthday.
anniversary? It was your birthday.
It was my
Okay.
birthday. Yeah.
And yeah, so I got us some jerseys and stuff, and then I made a sign. I was like, "Let's do the hockey."
Yeah.
It's an SNL
Two little
sketch.
stick people and a little hockey net.
A
Yeah.
little hockey net, and then I got us a couple jerseys. I got you a pair of shoes, and
Yeah. No, those really good.
that was your
birthday
first time at a hockey game too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That was so fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
But yeah. But you were talking about you're just not good with coloring and drawing and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but my family thinks you're very talented. You're extreme. Like they saw that, they were just like, "Oh."
Yeah. Well, I think they assume. Well, your mom knows the whole story. Your mom knows it's an outline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, your siblings don't know it's an outline.
I made the
That
mistake.
talented.
I made the mistake of telling them, "Oh, this is what Michelle drew," but it's already outlined. You just got to color it
Yeah.
in. So I made them. Yeah. So they think you're Picasso, and they commissioned a piece of art from you. You just got to recreate the Mona Lisa. No big deal.
But yeah, but anyway, I was really, really happy that you were willing to do it and that you kind of humored me in doing it because it's not your thing.
No, I'll be honest. It's not my thing. I would be lying to say that it was. There's a bit of a percentage that was kind of humoring you with the painting.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that wouldn't have been fun, because I did enjoy it at time. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I love spending time with you. So, painting was great. Like, we were watching the show, we were painting. I thought I was doing great with my
Yeah.
painting. It was just like, you know what? Let me just pour my soul. Like they always say, when you're doing art, when any form of art, you put yourself into it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's me right there. So what does that say about me? Go ahead, tell the people. What does my painting say about me?
Oh, I don't know, but I know I can save it. I can
Okay, all
salvage
right.
it.
Okay, all right. See, that's where I get defensive because she's laughed at me. She says it's cute, and then she goes, "I can save it." When have you ever seen something cute that needs to be saved? A cat falling off a bridge? Yeah. Artwork? No.
Yeah, well, people fix tattoos all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But here's the thing: if I had a tattoo of my ex's face on
Yeah.
my chest,
Yeah.
you would call that cute, and then you would try to save it.
No.
Exactly.
No, but I definitely try to fix it.
No, of course. No, of course. No, that part's not. I'm saying the cute part. Like you don't save cute.
Yeah.
If it's cute, it's good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know. I don't think you believe me. I don't think you have any.
I think it's cute that you tried painting a lion and you tried your best. That's what I think is cute.
Oh my goodness! But that was our Valentine's weekend plans.
Yeah.
Feel free to let us know what y'all did. If you had a good time, where y'all went to eat. Um, should we mention that your mother almost forced you to tell me to take you out because that's what's supposed to happen?
Oh yeah, when I saw her, she was just like, "Where's Vince taking you for Valentine's Day?" And I was like, "He's not taking me. We're gonna be home. I'm gonna recreate one of his grandma's recipes." Oh no, no, no! He needs to take you out. He's the man in the relationship. He needs to pay for it, and he needs to plan it, and
Am
blah blah blah. And I'm like, "But we're on a budget." And she's like, "It doesn't matter. He has to
I?
pay for it." And I'm like, "Okay, mom." And I just try
Mhm.
not to get into arguments about
No,
that
of
too,
course
but
not.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we saw the podcast episode from Bill Burr, and it's just like, why is it the guy that has to plan it?
Oh, it was more so like obviously because he doesn't like I I love taking you out. I love giving you gifts. I love making you smile and all that stuff. But also too, it's just like I want to be wine and dined. And I want a painting of me or a caricature. What do you
Yeah,
gotta do for me? Don't you love me?
but you get dined every day.
I sure do.
Yeah,
Which is also that's why I also don't say anything because you fucking wine and dine me every night. So it's kind
right.
of like, what am I complaining about? I got a
Yeah,
maid over here.
yeah.
Now, if you just let me get off work and I'll keep this house spotless. I promise. I promise.
But yeah, no, it was a good Valentine's Day. It was chill. I don't know.
And that's the other thing.
For 2 years, and
We've
we've been
been,
together for 5, 6 years.
and we kind of talked about too. It's not that the Valentine's Day felt weird, but because we always do so much for each other and we
Yeah,
always hang out with each other
right.
and we do go out. Valentine's Day, it was kind of another night.
Yeah, it was just another night.
And it did feel just a little forced, only because it was Valentine's. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
we need to do something because it's a holiday.
because it's Valentine's Day.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hmm.
but usually, yeah, like we don't have the stress of having kids.
No.
So like, for a lot of couples, Valentine's Day it's like, oh, it's a night away from the kids. The kids are with the grandparents or whatever, and it's our time to be together, and like couples, bound chicka bow wow because they haven't done it in months because they have kids.
Oh,
And
you want to read the post from the page about the rocking?
oh my gosh, yeah.
So let's just say someone was having a good time on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so we follow a group, every community suburbs has like a Facebook group, and this gentleman was very upset. He wrote, listen, I know it was Valentine's Day, but yesterday I was cutting through a parking lot, let's say, and I saw a car rocking back and forth. If you see this, get a hotel next time.
Hey, sometimes people just need to express their love right where they're at in the moment. Is all I'm saying. I think that's what Valentine's is all about. You just
Yeah.
got to express yourself in that moment. If you don't like it, hey, buzz off.
Well, you know what? Well, a lot of people in the comments were like, "It was me. What can I say?" or whatever. You just wanted to bring it back to our teen years when we didn't have the money, and they're like, "Oh, they're just kids." There was a lot of people being like, "Hey, guys, stop being such a negative Nancy. If people want to show love to each other, let them show love.
Yeah, it has
Why do
no
you
effect
care?"
on you. It
No,
has no effect on you whatsoever. In fact, you're actually passing by. So why are you focused? Just pass by. Just pass by.
yeah,
Let people show their love the way they express their love. All right. Well, I think that was it. That was our Valentine. It feels like that was our Valentine's episode. We gave them a little bit of ourselves.
Of our story, of our love story.
Yeah, we never actually. And realizing that episode 8, we haven't given how we met and how we got together. So, final thoughts on your love for me, and it has to be only on your love for me. No, just kidding.
I love your painting.
Thank you so much.
You tried your best. I know.
I did try my best. I just kind of went with the flow too. I poured myself into that painting, and it's a little ugly on the inside. It's a little ugly on the inside. So express yourselves, show your love, and if anyone who was single on Valentine's Day, I hope you took yourself out and dined yourself and enjoyed the night, even if it was just a regular weekend for you.
Yeah, buy yourself a little something.
All right, so make sure to follow us on all our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. I consider those social media anyway. So for myself, I'm Vinny Barberini. That's Michele Scabarelli. Until next week, a toodaloo.
A toodaloo.